Stan's supplement to the virtual ACBL Club Manager manual.
I printed that out.
That's good. This is the most important thing that I've ever used.
Okay.
Okay, and it's the one thing that which it has most of the information on it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what we want to do right now is
Go to create tournament.
yeah, just click on create tournament.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the first thing that people ask them to do is to go to there's tabs here: tournament, format, options, entries.
Right.
You see that on the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Now see this one here, what Stan does, it says go to entries first.
Okay.
Click on entries. Okay. So the only thing that he wants you to do right away
Okay.
is to unclick allow robots.
Unclick allow robots.
There's a yellow, yeah, right there. That's the most important thing. If for some reason or other comes up that way, and that's the one that you gotta throw away. Okay. Okay, so that's there. Then you gotta put in type. Okay. BBUT. Click on your type. Okay, and it goes down and just type in BBUT. BUT. That's right.
Is that right?
And then the entry, right? Okay, then the entry fee. Click on over there on the entry fee. That's the next. You got to go and put your cursor over there on entry fee. Near the entry fee. Okay, your cursor is
right here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
yeah, right there. Click on there. Okay, and then type in, like Glenna wants 400, but you can put 300. I don't care. That'd be okay. There's 400. That's
Right.
great. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now now you want to go down to the restrictions.
Okay.
Okay. You got to do things. Include players followed by the host. That's a click on the top box.
Okay.
Okay. The other things is include custom list. That's down. That's the third from the bottom.
This one here.
Yep.
Okay.
Click on that. Okay.
Okay.
So you've done that page. That'll stay there. Now he wants you to go to tournament tab. That go back up to the top. You're on entries right now. Go to tournament. No, not format, tournament. Tournament. On the way to the left. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, there's the tournament.
Right.
This is very important. The title is, whatever you want to say, more or less. But what we do is what do you call it? 199ers,
Right.
pairs. So put down 199er pairs, space, just like you're typing, space, pairs, PAIRS. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like we're playing pairs. Okay. And
okay.
then you can put Madison, Wisconsin in.
Okay.
And I have to put the whole damn, but anyway, and then you can put in Wednesday morning.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Right.
Okay. That sounds like a deal.
Okay.
Now he says something about a date and a time, but that doesn't really matter right now. Okay. Go down to welcome.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's the thing that he says. You have to have these things in. These are what they call hacks. Okay.
Okay.
You have to type this in exactly. Plus all avail plus.
Plus,
And all avail. No, now this is not in capital letters.
Oh.
This is in small letters.
oh,
And
sorry.
these hacks require the letters to be right. AVAIL, AIL, plus.
Okay.
The plus indicates that this is a hack and the program will look at it then, okay? He doesn't look at anything else, but it looks at these hacks. And then space,
Base.
plus howl, HOWELL plus. You gotta have you have to have a plus in front of the H.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Plus.
Okay. Is that right?
Okay, now another space
Yep.
and plus MP limit. Okay, MP limit has to be in capitals. Now, wait a minute, erase that. This one has to be in capitals. This is the strange game. We didn't do it in capitals one time and they yelled at us. Equal, no, here it is. Get rid of the plus sign. Okay, now equal
Equal.
200. Equal 200. 200. Now a plus sign. See that information. Now you want to put a plus sign in right after the 200. Okay. Now you can put in anything and you can say, welcome. This is a limited game or something, anything. Okay, now this is this. Let's see if we got wait a minute. Let's see if I got the description. Oh, wait a minute. We made a mistake here.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Get rid of the welcome.
Oh,
Just,
sorry.
I made a mistake. This is my fault. Now go back up to the welcome thing
Yeah.
and copy everything that you typed.
Okay.
You know, with just go over it, type it, Control C.
Okay.
Okay, then go down to description. That's where this is supposed to be. Okay. Control V. Okay, now you got it where it's supposed to be. It's
Okay.
supposed to be in the description.
So what should be at the
Okay,
welcome?
welcome. So the welcome, you just say, you just get rid of that stuff. That doesn't necessary there. Delete that. Okay.
Okay.
And put in what you say. Welcome. Okay, let's see. I don't remember. Welcome to our game. That's right. That's it. That's enough. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now in the description down there, you can put something else like limited pairs or something. Anything you want after that plus sign, you put a space and then you put it in. Okay. Now see these limited pairs. Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Okay. Now the thing about this all avail is that I think that has to do with the including all the people that are available. Okay.
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 All right.
The howl means that you're going to do a howl movement. Okay.
Okay.
If this is important, if you end up over 6 tables, you go to 7 tables,
Yeah.
then you'll have to come back here and edit this thing quick like a fox before the game starts and delete the plus howl. Okay.
Okay.
That makes, if there, in other words, the program will normally do a Mitchell movement if it doesn't see this plus howl plus. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why that's there. Okay?
Okay. So you type in plus Mitchell plus?
No,
No?
you don't have to have anything. You just delete the plus Howell and it'll do a Mitchell.
Okay.
Okay? Its default is a Mitchell.
Okay. So you don't have to put it in there. All right.
But unless you, the idea with that is normally we don't, we have 3, 4, 5, 6 tables. We don't, so we want to do a Howell movement, not a Mitchell movement.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, now let's go down to the time. Do you want to do a Wednesday game?
Yes.
Okay, so go down on a day. Okay, and then use the arrows. That's those things on the that show up on this. Okay, go up one. See, it says Sunday. Go up until it says Wednesday.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, now the only trouble is that, okay, keep going up because you don't, oh, you got Wednesday. Okay, you got Wednesday. The trouble is this is too many. So go down a day. Okay, so now you got to go up in the hours until you get to Wednesday and you get 9 a.m.
Oh, okay. That's kind of tricky.
Yeah, it's got 24 hours. Okay, wait a minute, you went past it. So, okay,
It,
there's 8:45. Now you do the minutes. You got to go down, up, I guess, to get it up to 9.
oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
No, it's all right. This gets to be confusing, I tell you. Now you're past 9, so you can go down again.
Oh, crap.
That doesn't mean anything. See, the whole thing about this is that for some reason or other, this clock changes a little bit, and so you'll have to fix it an hour before the game actually starts to get it actually to start at 9 a.m. And the other trick is that you can edit this all the way up to game time. So if you want to make the game come on later, a little, 5 minutes later because you're doing stuff, okay?
Yeah.
You got that? Then you can come here, edit it, click on the minutes, add 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, and then it'll say copy, turn, or whatever it is. It'll do things, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we'll show that later. Okay, now let's go up to the directors.
Yes.
Right now, it only has VACB 157636.
Okay.
Click on the plus. Okay, put your handle in there.
Oops.
Okay, and then put on, hit the, yeah, that sign, the check sign. There we go. Now so in other words, you can get in here and edit or actually direct this file logged on as you.
Oh,
Okay, do you understand what you mean?
okay.
In other words, right now, because you've added yourself, you can log in as yourself and direct this game.
Okay.
The thing that VACB 157636 does is it allows you to create it. In other words, you can't create it. Only the VACB 157636 can create a tournament.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But now you can direct it if you want to. Okay, you can. I always log in under VACB 157636 when I direct a game. But like see, but I put in like Chuck here was and like you can put my name in there. Okay,
Okay.
why don't you do that right now? Or if nothing else for
Add it.
practice. Yeah, plus, and you put Bob in Breun. BOBIN, not RN, excuse me.
BOBIN.
IN VERON.
BE
No, not B, excuse me. V is in Victor.
Victor.
ERON. E. Oops.
Is that right?
No, it's ERON. You have to have an E between the V and the R.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Okay, that's my handle.
Okay.
Click it. Okay, so now that I should see it. Okay. The other thing that you could put in here is if you know Masaki, does he want to direct too, or help, or do anything, or does he
Yeah,
want
he
to?
does. Right.
What?
Yes, he does. He wants to be the backup.
Okay, so he wants to be the backup. So put his name in there. He then becomes the backup to it. Okay, then if you know his handle. Okay, and then click on that click. There we go. So you got, see, the pairs is the other thing that you got, and that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now go to format.
Format. Okay.
Okay, now this is where match point, you go down, let's see. Okay, everything's pretty set except the boards to play. Okay, we will set up the boards to play and stuff like this for three tables, let's say. Okay,
Okay.
so go to boards to play and put in well, you can see it on the table, it's 20.
20.
Yep. 20.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is another trick. When we start with the initial players, Stan always wanted me to leave this at 8 minutes per board. Okay?
Okay.
But you can put it down to 7. And as soon as they learn how to play in BBO, they get to be really fast. Like most of the time they play at 6 minutes per board or less, actually, most of the time. Now, this is a howl movement. So if you have 3 tables, you would have 5 rounds. So you have to have 4 boards per round here. Instead of 2 boards per round, you say 4. Okay, now if you notice, Stan has all the different tables, 3 tables, 4 tables, what the different boards and boards per round combinations are. You see that?
Yep. Yes, I
Okay.
do. Yep.
And that's the one thing that I keep next to me, because you have to edit this in the last 4 minutes to make sure the boards, whatever it is, are set up for the number of tables you're going to have. Although it's not clear that the computer won't do things to correct it too. I don't know, but I've never done anything without doing it, correcting it, so that if I have 5 tables, I put down 18 boards and 2 boards per round. If I have 4 tables, I put in 21 boards and 3 boards per round. Okay,
Okay.
you see that list?
Yes, I do.
22 boards, 2 boards, and 2 boards per round. If
Yes.
you get the 7+ tables, there's where you have to delete the howl in the description on the previous, under the tournament thing.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
then it's 21 boards and 3 boards per round. And you can go and think about, why you're doing that, because you have so many rounds.
Okay.
One of these 3 tables has 5 rounds, 4 tables has 7 rounds, 5 tables has, what is it, 9? Yeah, 9 rounds. Okay,
Okay.
6 tables has what else? Okay,
All right.
11 rounds. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's that. Okay,
Okay.
That's that. Now you go to the options.
Options.
Okay, this thing usually doesn't require you to do anything. I mean, everything is do not allow, don't click anything, don't click anything below. So it's all set. It's whatever, it usually is set right. So then you go to the entries. This is the one we started out with. And so now everything's good, right?
Right.
We have the allow boards of robots checked. 40 is the maximum number. We need this type BBUT, and what the hell it means, I don't know, but that's what they say. And then the 400 for the dollars. Okay.
Okay.
Now you notice, see this include custom list. This is the one thing when you have new players, they're not on our list
Right.
sometimes.
Okay.
And I'll
That's on
show you after we'll get this created, I'll show you how for
which
sure
list?
that you can get them on. You have to put,
Which list are you talking about? Are you talking about my list or are you talking about VAC list?
it's VACB that's important.
Okay.
Your own list doesn't count. In this case, it's VACB that counts. Okay?
All right. So you have to
So
add them.
you can have these names on your own list, and I don't think it works. I don't know. I've never tried it. What I found out is that you have to have it. You have to type these as friends or whatever it is in VACB. Okay?
So
understand what I mean?
you have
I'll
to
show
add,
you. What?
so you have to add it into the people's tab, right? And
People's
VACB.
tab. Yeah, People's tab. So now we've got all this set. So hit that create tournament button.
Create tournament.
Yep. Okay, there. So now you've created a tournament. Now you can close this. Just close the damn thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now look over in pending tournaments. Go up to the pending tournament under the director tab. Okay. And now you'll see that there's a Wednesday morning game. And
Yeah.
it's the 33315. And it has the 199ers pairs Madison, Wisconsin on here. Okay?
Okay.
Done? So you've done it.
Well, what happens like it's happened to you where you don't get enough people? What are you going to do then?
Well, what happens when you don't get enough of people? It just dies.
Oh, okay.
It tells you that there's an error and you don't have enough people.
Okay.
We'll go through this. Now, the thing is, go up to that game that you just created, the Wednesday morning game, and
Yep.
click on it. Okay, it'll give you this, edit tournament registration and chat. See, so you can chat before the game starts, you can chat to everybody that's registered. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a big issue. The other thing is you can edit it again. So in other words, click on edit again, just to see. Now, see, it'll come up with this thing. So you can change anything that you have on that file.
Okay.
And not only that, but I can do that too. Once the game is created, all of these so-called ghost or whatever it is, helper directors can do anything too.
Okay.
Okay. So for instance, if you have trouble when you can't, you're doing something or whatever it is, and you need to have the tables or the whatever it is set up right, you can have Masaki do some of the changes. Okay. Or you can have Masaki taking care of making sure these players are included and they can register.
If Masaki's on the list, can he play?
He can play, but it's better if he doesn't, or if he does play, you should eliminate him off the director list.
Okay.
The reason for that is because as a director, he can look at all the tables, everybody playing, every card. So, in other words, it looks, if he doesn't, I guess it's okay. But the idea is that that's what we do. You normally, if they're playing, we eliminate him off the director list.
Okay,
Okay, because he can look. See, this is the other trick. Okay, let's see if I've got to make sure that as you get through here, okay, we created that tournament from scratch. See? So if you want, before you, for instance, you don't want to do all this work every week, right?
right,
So what you can do, for instance, you can copy the tournament and you'll get another tournament. In other words, right now, look at there's a number in front of the title, right? 33315 over here on the left. On the left under identification. Way over, no, way over, yeah, right, yeah, there it is, right there, right where you got. There's that number. That's the same number that's here. If you copy a tournament, you'll get a different number. You'll get a fourth line down here for that new tournament that you created, okay?
okay,
And you'll get a different number. And there what I do is I copy it, and then for that new tournament, I add 7 days.
okay,
So let's say I click on here on Wednesday morning. Well, let's see, I have to do I do the Wednesday evening thing. There's a
okay,
Monday one, and I've been doing the Wednesday evening thing. This should be 6:40 at night, 1841. It should be 1840. But I click on here in the morning when I know nobody else has clicked on as VACB 15766. Like on Wednesday morning when I'm going to have to watch that one. I have to wait until after you're done, I guess. Because then what I do is I copy that thing and make one for next week.
okay,
Because then everything's the same. The only thing that's different is that number and then the time that you're supposed to start, which is 7 days later. But you have to make it 7 days later.
okay,
Okay? You
okay,
have to edit it right away and make it 7 days later. Okay?
okay,
So this thing is right now set up for a 199er game on Wednesday morning, right?
right,
9 a.m. So you're all set. Now there are a couple things that you should do. Let's see. Okay. Okay, now see it's on this people tab here. If you click on your people tab, see
yeah,
you got all these names.
right,
But at the bottom of the thing you can add other names,
right,
right?
yep,
And that's where you should add the name of the people. Once you've added the name down here for all of these people are playing right now. All
okay,
of these people are people that are Madison or whatever it is. But you click on that add friend
yeah,
and you type in you have to know his BBO handle
okay,
and you add him. Okay?
okay,
And that's how you can get people that are not ACB, but they have to be registered in BBO. They have to have a BBO handle.
okay, yes,
Okay. Once they get a handle, you have to add them here to
okay,
in order for them to see the game.
okay,
Otherwise, they won't see it. That's the biggest complaint that you'll have. Okay. Is because, hey, I can't see it.
I guess I got one question for you. Let's say I set up this game and somebody wants to play with somebody that has 200 or 300 master points.
They won't be able to play.
Is the system smart enough to figure that out?
I don't know for sure. Supposedly they're not supposed to be allowed to play, but if you, for instance, want to make it you can come back here and edit it and make that 300. That'll make it a 299er game instead of a 199er game.
Right, but is the system smart enough to exclude, like somebody that has 1,000 master points? Is this,
It is supposed to.
okay,
Never tested it for sure.
okay,
In other words, I haven't tried to log in and play right
okay,
now. Okay, I just
okay,
don't know. I can't answer that.
all right,
The other thing is that once okay, you can close this turkey now. See,
Close
okay, it's done. Okay, now so how do you see the games?
how do I see the game?
No, that the games that are going to come up. See, one of the things that I do is as the director, I want to see what games, when the game, what the game looks like
Okay,
to other people and to the people that want to register for it. And you'll see that when you click on virtual clubs, right? Click on virtual clubs right now, right there. Okay, and then North America, and you'll see okay. See, this is the screen that you'll see. Okay,
okay,
if you do that, okay. But see, what you're seeing is all the different clubs, because VACB can play on every one of them.
oh,
Okay,
okay,
when you normally click in here to play, you only see one or two, right?
right,
Okay, but these are, so you see all of these things, but you'll notice that when it starts, it's like it says 55 minutes, 82 minutes, and stuff like this to
yes,
start. Okay, okay. So you can kind of, in order to help find your game, you can, you can look and you can see then whether the dollars is right, the entry fee is right, and you can also see how many entries there are. And that's the important thing that I use this this page for, is to see the entries.
okay,
See this game here, which is 90 minutes to go, has 2 entries. So, which is a huge amount actually for 90 minutes, because normally people don't register till 20 minutes to go or less. Now, go all the way up to the top to see those are the ones with the shortest starting time, 42 minutes. Okay.
okay,
See the whole column goes not in alphabetical order or what money order or anything. It goes in start time order.
okay,
Okay.
all right,
You understand that the longest time away will be down further. Okay.
okay,
So that's one of the things you can do is look on, and you can see the game. You can see what the people are going to see, because they will see what you see, except it isn't VACB, whatever it is. It's right here. Okay.
okay,
And then you can make sure that you've got your description right or whatever, okay?
okay,
Okay. The other thing is the entries. What happens with it is if you don't have 5 entries, in other words, 3 tables,
yeah,
2.5 tables of people, it will not play. It will just say, error, cannot play, your game is canceled.
okay,
That's what it'll do. Okay?
all right,
Okay, that's just what happens. Okay? So that'll show up.
all right,
And then the other thing is, let's see. Okay, why don't you click on the villages one up there? Just click on it. You're not
okay, say that
Go
again,
down, go down to the line that says villages. The first one here that's going to start in 40 minutes. You see it says villages.
yep,
Yeah, click on it. Okay. Now the thing that this says here is, you notice it still has that entries up there. Okay.
yes, right,
Maximum 800, and it says, okay, click on the entries up there. See, it gives you the names
okay,
of the people that are entered. So
all
you
right,
can tell who's entered already.
okay,
And that sometimes helps me. Okay.
okay,
But now you click back and you'll get the screen that you had before. No, not register, back, up here,
Oh,
up on
back,
top.
back,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep. Then it'll
Okay,
give you this one, okay?
okay,
And the only thing about that too is that when you once do that, and you looked at that thing here, go off of the villages one. Take your, see that now the villages is highlighted in blue,
yes,
okay? So that because it highlights it, that's an easy way for me to find it in all this morass of games.
okay,
Okay, once you've done it, you found it, then you can find it again. It's easier to find your game
okay,
in the list of games. Okay,
okay.
okay, this is the things where you have to add friends. And the other thing is you can talk to people. Do you know how to use this? See this lobby thing?
Yes, I do. Yep,
Okay, and then you can find if somebody chats to you, you can chat back to them by using that.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
which you need to do sometimes because, and the other thing is, okay, the thing that I can't show you here that if you go back to the director tab, go back to the director tab. Okay, when you click on this thing in a pending tournament, you only get, was it 4 or 5 choices, right?
right,
You get edit tournament, blah, blah, blah. Once the game is running, you get about 12 choices
okay,
because then it has, and once there's things like show tables, and that's a big deal because once the game started and you have sit outs, you want to put a robot in.
yes,
Okay, do you remember that information here?
yes, do
You,
they
what I
reserve the
do is,
robot?
what I do is click on the game, get this whole list of things, go down, show tables. The tables will come up with the pairs playing,
Yeah,
okay, with a box with the players playing, but there'll be 2 of them that'll be red and say sit out.
right, okay,
And there you right click on it,
uh-huh,
you choose you want to choose your substitute. You want to say choose. You don't want to say any substitute. You want to say choose. Then when you click on choose, then it has a space where you can put in anybody that you want. In this case, you put in robot. You understand? That's where you type robot. That's how the robots get in. And you have to right click on one, and then you have to right click on the second one and type in robot in both cases. Do you understand?
yep.
I mean,
Does
this
it,
is the important, that's the whole big important thing.
does
Okay.
it, does it charge? I mean, when you do it, when you're playing, it charges you $1 or something like that.
Well, if you're
Oh,
playing with the robot, but in this case, there's nothing. Okay.
okay, all right,
And the other thing is robots, if they get master points at the end,
yes,
the robots don't get any master points. They'll show up on the results that it immediately show at the end of the game.
uh,
They'll give robots and they'll give the robots some master points. Well, the robots don't get any master points. So all the people below the robot level end up getting those robot points distributed to them. Do you understand what I mean?
yep,
The robots are zeroed out and so that's what that is. But no, the robots don't cost anything. They're not charged they're not charged to the people that are playing. It's just, it fills in. You can get subs to play and sometimes, but I wouldn't recommend it to begin with
yeah,
because it's hard to handle the substitute people, the humans,
yeah,
because they have a tendency to leave. You have no control over. They didn't put any money in. And if they figure out that they're not going to get any master points or something comes up, they just take off.
Okay.
And then you have to go and put in a robot or whatever it is, something. And oh, it's, you might as well put the robots in to begin with and leave it. Then it's simpler for you.
Okay, you got 10, you have 10 people and 2 of them don't have partners and you stick them with robots. Does that,
No. If 10 people are pairs, right?
right,
What you're talking about is 10 pairs. Or if you've
right.
got,
I'm just wondering, you said you need,
no, in that case, it's an even number of people, a full set of tables. You will not need to fill in any robots.
so you can't substitute 2 robots and have a game then. Is that what you're saying?
No, if you have, no, you can with 5 pairs. You cannot play with 4 pairs, 8 people. You can play with 5 pairs, 10 people. Then you'll end up with 3 tables showing up, and 2 of them you put in robot. You put robots in for the sit out.
Okay, all right,
Okay. Anytime you have a half table, that's when you get the 2 sit outs, and that's when you have to go in. You go in and you show tables, you see where they are, you right click on them, you type in the robot.
okay,
Okay?
I got it, yep.
That's the hardest thing that you have to do in the last few minutes. The
Okay.
hardest thing that you have to do in the last 5 minutes is get the boards and the rounds right to to go along with the number of people that are actually registered in the game. Okay?
Okay,
And the other thing is, after the game once started, and you can't do it before that, then you put your robots in the half tables, in the sit out positions.
okay,
Otherwise, what happens is they just sit out. In
all right,
other words, otherwise, then when the sit out people come, they don't play for
okay,
that long. Yeah. So the robots are better for that.
all right,
Okay. Now, you got me. Let's see. Now, the other thing that Stan does is if you want to chat to the tournament, like there's certain things that are said that the director says, and either as the game starts or afterwards, or that you want to talk to them. You make up a what do you call it, a notebook or notepad file. Did you see this? Well, what I did is, like, I have a file that I created. Okay,
right,
I just copied it and then put it in a notebook. I used Windows Notepad, I guess, or whatever you call it, which
okay,
does
yep,
text, and created that file, and I have it available. So
okay.
then I can go and, so I don't have to type all those damn words out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All I have to do is I get I get that line up there that I can chat into, and I just copy that, paste in some line from that I've already prepared.
okay,
That's what I do.
okay,
Okay. Other than that, then the other thing is supposedly is changing scores if there's a problem. I've never changed the score. You know, the so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. You can do it, okay? And those options show up at the end of the game. Actually, and during the game, you can change scores too. A
okay,
director can do a lot of stuff, most of which you can let the computer take care of.
okay,
The biggest thing is, like, it's a clocked event and somebody doesn't finish the round in the time that is allotted. Okay, the
Okay.
computer will give them an average score or not, or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes the computer will even finish the game if it's obvious.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. But the computer will figure out a score for these guys. The other problem is if somebody has a connection problem. Okay. He
Okay.
just disappears. Well, then you end up sometimes with the computer will put a robot in
Oh,
automatically.
yeah.
Okay, to fill in so they can keep playing. Okay, but sometimes in order to get him to be but it knows that this guy, if he comes back, to reseed him, to put him back into the playing.
Okay.
If he logs back into BBO and comes back in, he will get reseated.
Okay.
He'll get reseated. Nothing will happen. There'll be just a little bit of a delay or whatever it is. If he logs out, whatever, you get a notice, and then you go back, you go to that table and you check to make sure that he's, and you talk to his partner and see what's going on and all this kind of stuff. And you chat with him, and then and then you have to decide whether, but the computer will put in a robot automatically, I think, if the time is too late. But you might have to reseed him. He will come in, and then you'll do just like you did with us, that substitute.
All right.
You right click on it and you put his name back in there.
Okay.
Where the robot is. You'll see instead of the name, it'll say robot.
Okay.
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 That's the only other tough thing about this. And let's see. There was one other thing that I've got to remember. Oh, okay. Yeah. The other point that that Stan always said is that on the last round,
Yeah.
he suggested that you go in after the last round starts, to go in and increase the minutes per board from 7 minutes or whatever it is to 9 or 10, and so that everybody can finish the last round and play it themselves, that it isn't clocked anymore. Okay, the clock isn't going to turn them off.
Okay.
Because it turns out that the computer, for some reason or other, can't do the scoring in the last round. And so he suggested that and usually that's not been a problem with anybody. I've done it. I've edited when the last round comes about, I go and increase the minutes per board from 7 to 9 or 10, and that'll make sure that everybody completes that round because the supposedly the last round the computer will not give them an average score, or will do something crazy or something that it doesn't do otherwise. And since it's the last round, that's another trick that you can do, is if you see that somebody isn't finishing, you can go and add some minutes by editing that entry thing, that minutes per board. But of course that will change the success, the rounds after that. Okay. So you might have to go and re-edit that after the board gets done. So you understand what's happening?
I think so.
The
Yes.
only thing that the director, if you see that they're not finishing, and you want to not let the computer can't clock them out of that particular round, then you can kind of fiddle with a file to give them more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. But you don't have to. I mean, it just, In fact, it might be good if they remember not to. If you're not, so that they know that they have to speed up a little bit. So, I don't know. Anyway, let's see that. I'm trying to make sure I've got everything I wanted to say. Oh, and okay, the other thing that I was going to say is when you click on this and the game is running, there's something called tournament status. And you click on that and it tells you how many tables are still playing and how many have finished that round.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, and the other thing is when you click on that, you can say show tables. You'll look at a group of tables. You can click on a table. There's a column that you have to maybe spread it out a little bit because it doesn't show everything. But there's something that says kibitz. Have you ever kibitzed at the end of a BBO game? You know, in other words, you finished, but somebody else hasn't played.
Yeah.
Okay, hasn't finished. There's a column that says kibitz in the list. Okay,
Yeah.
you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, and you click on that kibitz thing, and you can see what people are playing.
Okay.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it turns out when you do the show tables, you see the people. There's also a kibitz column for the director. The director can watch people playing any table he wants, and he sees all four hands at the time. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, and he's supposed to be able to do that for, if somebody is having problems or whatever it is, and they want you to watch them to make sure he's not doing something wrong or whatever. Well, then the director can watch. He can watch every hand being played if he wants to, but only at the time that it's being played. Okay?
Okay.
And that's also a way to keep your interest, because you have somebody who you think doesn't, who might need some help doing something. You can check to see how he's playing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. But that's the thing, the show tables, and then clicking kibitz on a table, and you can see everything. You can watch the guy play. Okay. And
Okay.
one of the things is that towards the end of the round, and these guys aren't finishing very quickly, you can watch to see how far they're going to get done before the clock clicks them out.
Okay.
Okay.
Got
all
it.
of this stuff. So you should look, once the game starts, the only thing that you shouldn't click is the one item at the bottom of the list. The bottom of the list that says you have an option to destroy the game.
Oh, yeah.
It says chat tournament, and then below it says cancel this game or destroy it or whatever. Don't click on that one.
Yeah.
Although it actually gives you another thing that says, do you really want to destroy this game?
Yeah. That wouldn't be good.
That wouldn't be good. So that's the only thing. I don't think anything else is a problem. I mean, but you can see all of this stuff. And then the other thing is you'll have to go to someplace else to figure out about changing a game score, because that's the other thing. A director can change scores if he feels that something has gone wrong, or to help somebody out or whatever. I don't know, whatever he thinks.
Okay.
But I've never done it. I've let the computer fix any problem that showed up.
Well, that's probably what I'll do too.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just figured out I don't know what the hell's going on anyway. So okay.
Okay.
But you'll notice now, see right now, you have that director tab.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Now, because you've added your name, your handle, when you go in and log in, you'll have a director tab too now.
Okay.
Okay. And when you click on that director tab, you will only get, the game that you're ghosting the director for.
Okay.
You understand? You
Yep.
wouldn't get all these 3 games right now. You would just get the 2 games that have to do with Wednesday morning or whatever it is, where you're put in
Okay.
as a ghost. Okay?
All right.
So that tab will show up, and then you don't even have to click on in order to edit that particular file, you can do it yourself. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I
As
got it.
yourself.
Yep.